Hello and welcome back. Thanks for your love and support. If you are preparing for MBA 800 or interested in learning the Business Central, kindly visit our YouTube channel ASA Learnings. Like and subscribe our channel and press the bell notifications for more videos on Business Central. Till now, in our workflow approval learning series, we have covered the concept of workflow approvals, how to set up the workflow users and approval users, how to set up the workflow notifications, and how to create the workflow approvals using the workflow templates available in the Business Central. In this video, we will cover the workflow approvals creation by users manually without the help of workflow templates. Workflows can be created by listing the involved steps in the lines. There are three key components of the workflow approvals. So first is workflow event. The workflow event is where the trigger is selected. Examples of the trigger are if you are creating a new master data, or if you are modifying the new master data, or if you are creating any journal line or any document like purchase orders, purchase invoices or sales documents. Second is event conditions. Conditions are related to the event and it will allow creating the filters to decide on how the workflow continues. Third is the response. So response is specify what would be the next step in the workflow. So for setting up the workflow approvals, we need to create in the search bar, we need to type the workflows. Here we can go to the workflow list. For creation of the new, we can see there are three ways. We can create the new workflow from template, copy workflow or new. When we will click the new, we can create the code, description, example, vendor name is changed. We can define the category and then we need to define the workflow steps. So now friends, let's understand how to set up the workflow steps. So as we have seen, there are three steps in the workflows. First is event, defining the event, defining the condition and defining the response. So here if you will see a for vendor name change, we have created the 6 events pertaining to that what are the conditions and what are the responses. Let's take the first example for requesting of the approval vendor. So here we have put the condition. So right now there is no condition, but we can define the conditions. And now here if you will see the response. So we have created the three response. First is system will create the record restriction. Second is system will create the approval request for the record where we can define what is the approval type and what are the approval limit type. So here if you will put it the second response, we can see on the below, we can see what would be the confirmation message. We can define the due date formula, delegate after, and approval type. Here in the approval type, in our previous videos, we have already mentioned that there are the three type of approvers in the system. One is salesperson, second is approver, third is workflow user group. Based on the selection of the approval type, the approval limit type will be updated. We can open the approval user setup and see whether it is working fine or not. Then click OK. Then let's go to the third one. Third one is send approval request for the record and create a notification. So once the vendor's name has been changed, then the system will create the approval request entry by way of second response. And then third is it will send the approval request for the record and it will create a notification to the approvers. Then similarly the second is approval. If the approval request is approved, then what is the condition and we can see for the response. So if it has been approved, then there is no record restriction. Third is if the pending approvals is greater than 0, then again it will have what are the responses. So if it is greater than 0, that means the multiple approvals need to be done. So if once first approver has already approved the request, we need to send the approval request for the record and create a notification to the other approvers. The next is approval request. So here if you will see the approval request, we don't have any condition, and here we can see the response. We can the response is reject the approval request. Here we can define how to notify to the users. We can add the more responses if we require. Then for cancelling of approval request, we can in this if we will see the response, we can cancel the approval request. We can remove the record restriction, and then we can show the message that approval request has been cancelled. The last part is if the vendor request is delegated. So in that case, if we will see the response, we can put the select the response and we can notify to the sender along with the link target page and custom link. So I hope you guys have understood how to. Thanks for your love and support. So if you guys want to learn the Business Central or you are preparing for MBA 800 exam, kindly visit our YouTube channel ASA Learning. Kindly subscribe our channel and press the bell notification so that you can get the notification for more videos on the Business Central. Thanks and happy learning.